withdrawal, and that is a continuous process. Now kindly come to section 49 and for 50, Lordship, I will read, and that will do my purpose, Lordship. Section 49, Lordship, says that scrutiny of nominations. I am on the clause 2. The Panchayat returning officer shall then examine the nomination papers and shall decide all objections which may be made to the nomination, and may either on such objection or on his own motion, after such summary inquiry, if any, as he thinks necessary, reject any nomination on any of the following grounds. Thereafter, the grounds are there that on the day fixed for the scrutiny of nomination, the candidates either is not qualified or is disqualified for being chosen to fill the seat under any of the following provisions that may be applicable, namely Article 243A of the Constitution of India and Part 2 of this Act, that there has been a failure to comply with any of the provisions of Section 45, 46, and 47C, the signature of the candidate or the proposer on the nomination paper is not genuine, that the proposer is not a voter of the constituency concerned. Nothing in this section in clause A or clause B or clause C of subsection 2 shall be deemed to authorize the rejection of the nomination of any candidate on the ground of any irregularity in respect of a nomination paper, if the candidate has been duly nominated by means of another nomination paper in respect of which no irregularity has been committed. The Panchayat returning officer shall not reject any nomination paper on the ground of any defect which is not of a substantial character. The Panchayat returning officer shall hold the scrutiny on the date of appointed in this behalf under clause B of section 43 and shall not allow any adjournment of the proceedings except when such proceedings are interrupted or obstructed by riot or open violence or by causes beyond his control, provided that in the case of objections is raised by the Panchayat returning officer or is made by any other person, the candidate concerned may be allowed time to rebut it not later than next day following the date fixed for scrutiny. The Panchayat returning officer shall record his decision on the date to which the proceedings have been adjourned. Now, Lordship, it should have been, ought to have been recorded on 17th or 18th. One day can be adjourned for writing the reasons. Now, it has been written on 19th. Now, for the purpose of this section, the certified copy of the entry of the electoral roll for the being time force constituency shall be conclusive. Immediately after the nominations papers have been scrutinized and decisions accepting or rejecting the same have been recorded, the Panchayat returning officer shall prepare a list.
What is the reason recorded for
Yes.
the rejection?
My lord, kindly come to page 33.
Yes.
Now, according to section 8 of the West Bengal Panchayat Act 2003, no person shall be entitled to stand as a candidate for election for more than one constituency or seat. Hence, the nomination paper filed by Sheikh Qiyamuddin from Muradia 11-13 has been cancelled during scrutiny. Meanwhile, his nomination for Murad has been found to valid upon the scrutiny. He was not made a candidate at that point of the time. During the scrutiny, he had participated. He had submitted the nomination. He was not chosen to be the candidate at that point of the time. So either it has to be rejected or accepted. Once both nominations are accepted, then there is a scope for withdrawing it. And he has withdrawn from one constituency. That is why that withdrawal provision is there in section 50, Lordship. Any candidate may withdraw his candidature by notice in writing, which shall contain such particulars as may be prescribed and shall be subscribed by him and delivered before 3 o'clock in the afternoon on the day fixed under clause C of section 43 of the Panchayat returning officer. So this was my right to withdraw from one constituency. So it was the situation where I applied to contest from two constituency. One.
But now this matter will be an election dispute. I don't think the
Now,
DM can take a decision on this now.
the order, Lordship, the only thing is that
93C, my lord.
this order of block development officer, this order is under challenge. If this does not fall within the provisions, then this is an order without the jurisdiction, Lordship. He could have cited a reason on 17 that you do not give this document, or you do not.
This illegal rejection This, when a formal order is there, then an election dispute is to follow. This cannot be
Now,
done.
this
here.
was a withdrawal within the time.
Election dispute part, elaborate submission has been made. I only want to meet one submission of my learned friend, if I may, if
Why? If it is sent for an election dispute,
No,
why
Malad,
make
Malad,
submission
please.
here?
Very well,
The petitioner is aggrieved by the rejection of his nomination made by the block development officer on 19th of June 2023. Stop. The court is of the opinion that the said rejection may be a subject matter of an election petition. Stop. Next. In view of the above, no relief can be granted to the petitioner in the instant case. The writ petition fails and is hereby dismissed. Dismissal of the writ petition will, however, not stand in the way of the petitioner to file an election petition in accordance with law, if so advised.
Grateful, man.
অ্যাপিয়ারেন্স দিসনি বলছো তো একসাথে করা আছে 7, 8, 10 7, 8, 10 একসঙ্গে লেখা 7, 8, 10 একসঙ্গে করা আছে
I am for the petitioner here in this case, I have been declared, I have been destined by nomination paper. On 15th, I have made a complaint. Kindly come to page 31.
Why such a voluminous petition?
There is a 20 candidates.
20 candidates. Last date was 15th. Today is 23rd. How can the court grant relief?
On 15th, I have sent that representation to the election commission.
Then file election petition, nothing doing now.
And
come.
also, that is, I have purchased the deposit the fees.
You ought to have come earlier. I have allowed prayers. But then it is only after you got to know.
Constantly threat. That's why I am
Constantly
not
threatened, I
able to
cannot
come.
help. Please come. The grievance of the petitioners is that they were prevented/obstructed from filing their nomination for participating in the Panchayat election, 2023.
And 15th June, I have submitted a
The
complaint.
petitioners submit that.
Page 31. Also page 61, I have deposited the fees also.
On the that on the 15th of June 2023, objection seeking intervention was filed by the
Our political
party which the petitioners are representing before the Commissioner of the State Election Commission, but the same has not been considered till date.
There are 32 before the governor also.
Representation was also filed before the Honorable Governor. Stop. Next. It appears that the last date for filing the nomination was 15th of June. The date for scrutiny of nomination was 17th June. And the last date for withdrawal of candidature was 20th of June 2023. Stop. The petitioners have approached this court on 23rd of June 2023. Stop. Next. I am afraid that at this delayed point of time, the prayer of the petitioner for filing the nomination cannot be accepted. Stop. It will be open for the petitioners to approach the appropriate forum for remedy of their grievances, if so advised. It petition stands disposed of.
order to দিয়ে দিচ্ছেন
10, same order as 7.
I'm only handing over the
Yes, please. Yes.
I mean led by Mr.
এটা item 10 এর ফাইলের ভেতরে ঢুকিয়ে দিন।
But only one thing, but these documents are produced by the state. Kindly notice this.
Yes.
State below the let's they are our officer. State's officer, Miller. The PRO is the officer. Yes. PRO is the officer. Yes.
Please call the daily list matters. Oh, there is a supplementary also.
Second
Oh, what is
supplement.
supplementary?
Supplementary is
Uh,
1 and 2 same matter.
One is
1 and 2 same.
1 and 2 same. देखिए. Yes, 1 and 2.
Same facts.
আপনি বললেন পাঁচটা আছে, পাঁচটা আছে বললেন। ভেরি ওয়েল, তার মানে তিনটে আছে তো, ঠিক আছে।
মানে তুই কত কোনটা
সেটা তো আজকের লিস্টে আছে,
14917
এটা
147
সাপ্লিমেন্টারি।
14? এটা কত নম্বর লিস্ট আছে?
আচ্ছা,
সেকেন্ড সাপ্লিমেন্টারি
এটাতেও দাদা,
নামটা বলো।
তরিকুল ইসলাম।
এটাতে সাপ্লিমেন্টারি কস্ট লিস্ট, এটা তো সাপ্লিমেন্টারি কস্ট লিস্ট, যেখানে একদম
কাগজ আছে তার
করে বুঝবেন
সঞ্জিত কুমার মন্ডল।
কোনটা কি
কারিকুলার সঞ্জিতের কাগজ আছে।
হলো। এটা তো সেকেন্ড সাপ্লিমেন্টারি কস্ট লিস্ট করে দিন, বলে দিন এটা সেকেন্ড সাপ্লিমেন্টারি কস্ট লিস্ট করতে, তা না হলে অসুবিধা হবে না, আইডেন্টিফাই করতে পারবে না কোন মামলা। রেকটিফাই করে দিতে বলুন ইমিডিয়েটলি।
এরপর কোনটা ধরলো?
তারিকুল ইসলাম,
মিলাদ মিলাদ
Same.
same
সেম অ্যাজ
that item 7 but 7 and কত
10.
ছিল?
7.
7 and 10. But Millard, here also the scrutiny is cancelled, but order is not with me, Millard. Just it has just now given.
will the printouts come?
Print of earlier matters.
No, earlier matter.
Earlier two matters they have given. This order
It
yet
has
to,
It has to be
Printouts?
brought. Millard, it has to be brought.
Yet to be
Most
written.
of the day we can hand it over to your Lord's court officer. Otherwise, Millard, kindly appreciate this. This is just now it is served.
No, the matters are moved to an urgent basis.
I understand, Millard.
Done.
I understand.
And do you think that there are
Yes.
same?
Rejection, same.
Please get hold
No,
of.
that's right. That's I will do it.
Second supplementary list item numbers 1 and 2 will be same as item number 7 of the first supplementary list.
Millard,
বোঝা গেছে?
ওই কোথায় গেল? ললিত কোথায় গেল? তুই ওই পিটিশনটা দে আমাকে, কত নম্বর আইটেম ওটা? এটা আইটেমটা কত? কে দিচ্ছিস? কি দিচ্ছিস?
সিরাজউদ্দিন তো আপনি দিয়েছি।
এই সিরাজউদ্দিনের
না, সে দুটো হবে না।
My lord, the judgment of division bench.
You want
In-
it handed over?
No, print
Which one did you hand over?
7.
আচ্ছা, this is
Rejection order.
আচ্ছা, ঠিক আছে, এটা ঢুকিয়ে রাখুন তো, ওইটার ভেতরে 7 নম্বর মামলার ভেতরে ঢুকিয়ে দিন। মুসলিমা বেগম,
আমাদের চিফের কোর্টের
মুসলিমা বেগমে।
শর্মা কোথায় গেল?
তার আগে একটা আছে।
Call 3 দিলীপ কুমার রে।
Made solution. And Malad, the candidate Malad was not allowed to Malad file their nomination
Not allowed to file
Not allowed to
nomination.
because Malad they had been prevented by the police authorities and they had been Malad brutally.
Why are you so late?
No, Malad, I had Malad taken out a mail communication to the commission on that very date when the
Yes.
state of incident happened. Your lordship would find it.
I'll grant you liberty to file election petition. Please come.
If I could, Malad, only indicate, Malad, since Malad, I was even not allowed to, Malad, participate and Malad, submit my nomination. My only prayer before your lordship, even Malad,
You ought to have come a bit earlier. Nothing
I
else.
had, Malad, tried to explain what has prevented me to, Malad, come up before lordship. Malad, my mail communications, Malad, has been, Malad, repeatedly fallen on them. And one of the ground, Malad, which I have taken, that they had, Malad, sat tight over my mail. There was even not a single acknowledgement, but there which their duty was,
Order as
Malad.
item 9. Item 3, same order as item 9.
এটা হচ্ছে ক্যানিং ওয়ান।
ঠিক আছে?
এটা বলবে।
I'm careful.
আগে কত নম্বর?
ডাকবে বলছে
কত নম্বর এটা?
এখন তো
Daily list matter call. কি হয়েছে? Item number 3 in the second supplementary list.
Yes.
Was
Your lordship
anybody
had just
appearing? Was anybody appearing for this?
সেকেন্ড সাপ্লিমেন্টারি।
Mr. Mahato, Mr. Bandyopadhyay, were any of you appearing for this state? No,
Second supplementary item number 3 we are not.
you are also not appearing.
I have notified.
No, did you serve?
No, Malad,
Did you
I
serve?
I could not serve to the state.
তাহলে
Malad.
আর করতে
It's my
কাজ।
fault.
কেউ নেই। Yes, Item number 4.
Yet full.
Milord, is it Sirajuddin, এটা এটা কোনটা সিরাজউদ্দিন দেওয়ান?
Vishaka Mondal. I am for the petition led by Mr. Bhattacharya, my lord. আমাদের matter.
This matter was heard, my lord, at last occasion. At the request of Mr. Swapnangshu Basu, it was kept today.
Yes.
Nothing new to argue. Only thing, my lord, uncontested election
Yes.
benefit is enjoyed by those people who are prevented. I prevent you, then I get myself declared uncontested.
Milord, I am
This-
appearing for,
Honorable will take care of it.
Milord, I am appearing for the state in this matter.
Yes.
Milord, in this matter, so far the uncontested is concerned, Milord, in terms of section টা কত জানো? হ্যাঁ? Just 1 minute. Section 64B of the West Bengal Panchayat Elections Act. Milord, Form 12, the candidates have been, Milord, declared. But the result, Milord, declarations have been done. Milord, so far the uncontested candidate is concerned, those who was saying that they could not file the nomination, Milord, I am, just please, I am covered by the West Bengal, that judgment, Milord, 2018, 18 SCC, page 141, which I cited. There the Supreme Court has granted leave, paragraph 31, and ultimately paragraph 34, that Supreme Court has granted leave to go and file the
Election.
election dispute.
My lord, the Supreme Court,
That is
Mr.
not
Baji, let him complete.
sorry,
Mr. Baji.
my lord, because I am, sir.
No, whatever you are, whether
My
Mr.
case
Bhattacharya will
Your-
sort it out, you will sort it
Your
No, no.
state's submission is that the election dispute is the only remedy that is.
out. Election dispute is remedy. Apart from that, Milord, I am submitting that they are now trying to, they are seeking for a relief, that your lordships kindly see the prayer is that a prayer is, Milord, just 1 minute. Prayer is, Milord, kindly see, issue of writ in the nature of manner commonly esteemed to cancel on a set aside and a coerce or rest in the process of nomination
Hmm.
in ensuing election process and direct for a de novo nomination. Well, this is not permissible under law. It's an election dispute to go and get it set aside. Issue a writ in the nature of mandamus commanding the responsible authority to each of them to cancel or set aside a coerce or rest in the decision or rejection of nomination form of the petitioners by the concerned respondent. Therefore, Milord, that is also covered under 93C of the West Bengal Panchayat Elections Act. 93(1)C, it is covered. Now, Milord, see, next pair is issue in the nature of manner of each of them to allow the petitioner to participate as contesting candidate. Milord, when the Form 12 has been granted, given, and the nomination process has been commenced, election nomination has been filed, 15, and according to them, it has been, rejection order has been challenged by them here. This is a completely an election dispute matter.
So where is the rejection order over
But
there? There is
he
no
is-
rejection.
My certificate
No, certificate, you have been declared uncontested, but there is no rejection order.
Yes, yes. Milord, that's on 17th, yes, Milord, same 17 June 2023. Milord, I will like that matter.
No, here they could not file their nominations
No,
also.
my lord, my case is that
They have filed
After 3 p.m.
after 3
Oh,
p.m.
after 3 p.m.
That's same.
kindly
Milord,
take.
I will, the rejection order is there, Milord. I
In
can,
respect of each and every candidate, there are many petitioners.
yes, everyone, Milord, the rejection has been done in every cases.
Kindly take paragraph.
Milord, I have only one copy.
82 petitioners.
Milord, they are saying in their prayer itself,
Huh.
cancel the rejection order.
All right.
Therefore, rejection order is there.
There. Hmm,
Therefore, rejection order is there on
No.
scrutiny. This is their prayer, Milord.
Rejection.
Milord, kindly see, issue a writ in nature of mandamus causa, commanding the authority of each of them to cancel and set aside and or coerce and or rescind the decisions of rejection of nomination of the petitioners by the concerned respondents. Therefore, after scrutiny, the persons who are there only same equal positions.
Then the milord section 64, under section 64, subsection কত বললাম ওটা? B, the milord form 12 has been given to the uncontested candidates. That's Mr. Basu's clients. Their rights have been accrued. Now, milord, whether it is an election dispute, milord, and I am covered by milord, all of my arguments which I have made it.
There was only one addition, subject to Mr. Banerjee has completed. 2018 Milord judgment would have no application because here the petitioners got the High Court's order and security to file the nomination. Even then, they were not allowed, Milord, to allegedly file the nomination within time. Our point is we have filed the nomination within time. The officer got it recorded because of their own legalism. Here, Milord, the qualitative difference is the High Court granted us security that you go and file nomination. But even then, Milord, they did not allow us to file within 3. Therefore, this will not, Milord, in any way come
Where
within
is that order?
No, no.
Where is the order of the High Court permitting you to file the
Shamim,
nomination?
High Court order to the
Yes, milord, they went there. They went at 8 p.m.
Who is responsible then?
Yes, you are responsible. You are responsible.
Malad,
They went there at 8
page 3, Malad, page 3.
They,
3, Malad.
yes,
Page 3, Malad. And our case is that on the 20, on the day of 20, Malad, not the last day of scrutiny was 17. On 20, Malad, our name is appeared in the website, Malad. In paragraph 19, are specifically stated, Malad. That's our case, Malad, altogether.
So, you know,
No, it appearing in the scrutiny, but this is what is being submitted, that as the nomination was filed beyond the prescribed time, that is the reason it
But
has
why-
been cancelled.
But
That's
the order.
that's the ground which will not made out by the authorities to reject these applications.
Yes.
the reason that the petitioners are illegally arbitrarily whimsically rejected. Milord,
it is submitted after.
Milord, if your lordships read paragraph 2 of the writ petition, they have said itself, the nomination of the petitioners, paragraph 2, last line, page 21.
Yes.
The nomination of the petitioners are illegally, arbitrarily, and whimsically rejected, showing the reason that the petitioners have filed their nomination after 3 p.m. of 15 June 2023. It is their case. And rejection is on the ground that they have filed it after 8 p.m. Therefore, if it is an illegally rejection, then it's an election dispute. Whatever the reason may be good, bad. And all that other arguments which I have argued.
Ultimately, you filed the nomination on
Yes.
the 15th.
15, my lord. Ultimately, filed on 15, my lord. Thereafter, our names appeared in the website up to 20, my lord.
Oh, at what time did you file?
My lord, I entered in the video premises before 3. My lord, thereafter, my lord, what happened, my lord? They give the nomination. But the video, because there is a huge queue, my lord. My lord, kindly take notice of that, my lord. There is 82 candidates, more than 82 candidates, my lord. Each candidate, there is one proposer and 2 witnesses, my lord. So there is a huge queue, my lord. So it ought to be, my lord. In election day, what happened, my lord? If the election period up to 5, my lord, whosoever entered in the premises, then they might be took up to night 12, my lord. But whoever entered in the premises within 5, my lord, they ought to give opportunity. That's my case. And not only that, my lord, my case is that, my lord, the last date of scrutiny was 17. On 20, my lord, our names appeared in the website, my lord. All of the sudden, my lord, our name vanished, my lord. That's my case. Or election dispute, my lord. This is an arbitrary act of the administration, my lord. This is not an election dispute at all.
But just a minute, just a minute. My lord, kindly come to his page 83 of the petition. Page 83 of the petition itself. See, 9 p.m. Admittedly,
This is not our handwriting.
there is anyway.
This is whose handwriting, my lord? Then
My lord, I can't argue in this way.
Yes,
Mister, he will do it in
1 minute. Assuming that it was filed at 9 p.m.
Right.
Assuming.
Mm.
But the candidate, if the is there,
No,
within
where is
three-
the averment? Where is the averment? My lord, I have made already submission to your lordships. Before Justice Mantha, this was the case. And I have already submitted. These persons entered into the premises at 8:01 p.m. and they have ransacked. They have 2,500 persons entered. Video was shown to Justice Mantha, my lord, Mr. Justice Mantha. Therefore, this is a case where they have entered after 8 p.m. They were not, my lord, where this case is this, where this says that they were in the queue. Where is the case? Averments have been made. Now, my lord,
Paragraph 18, my lord, specific about. Regarding
now, my lord, kindly see the complaint of the block development officer. My lord, kindly take, and I am just sending it over. Kindly see
give me a
the
copy.
block development officer. I will give it to you. Please, just wait. I don't have much copy. I know. Kindly see. To the officer in charge, Kashipur Police Station, Baripur District Police, complaint against the incident occurred on 15 June after scheduled time of nomination. This is to inform you that on 15 June 2020 at 3 p.m. the nomination process so was over and the nomination venue was cleared. At about 4:48 p.m., a violent mob of about 2,005 persons carrying arms, rods, sticks, and stones forcibly entered in the office premises, breaking two lock gates. After that, they have broken into the office forcibly and vandalized the office. They have forced the ARPOs and other office staff to receive their nomination paper by obstructing officer on duty for performing their duty. This is the official complaint has been made before the officer in charge. And kindly see 17 June 2003 to the district magistrate and district panchayat election officer seeking clarification. I am to inform that on 15 at 3 p.m. nomination process and panchayat nomination venue was cleared. Same, Lord. They have forced so and so a complaint about the matter has been lodged to the officer in charge. I have informed. Therefore, today, before your lordships, the averments is there. Today, before your lordships, the official documents are there. Who is correct or who is not correct? Lord, that cannot be gone into by the writ petition. That's the question of fact is there. And on the scrutiny, at the time of scrutiny, the Mr. Basu's clients raised objection. And we know the fact, and I have to act on the basis of the objection.
But I filed the application on the basis of that. And your lordship court was pleased to die in the election dispute. Now, my lord, just wait, I will take 2 minutes time for mine. But before that, my lord, can I keep this time of the division bench? The entire case is thus prevented. Can you straight away come to paragraph 33 of the division bench judgment? Kindly straight away come to paragraph 33.
Yes.
The issue as to whether there has been prevention or of obstruction to the intending candidates from making nominations at the specific place is disputed question of fact which cannot be decided by of exchange of affidavits. Therefore, this court was not inclined to invite the parties to deal with such allegations by filing objections thereto. If there is any reasonable apprehension or prevention of obstruction of making nomination or there has been any alleged obstruction, the aggrieved party has to take recourse to the provisions laid down in 2 subsection 2 of section 43. We have done that. We said that you are accepting their nomination beyond 3 p.m. because statute says, Form 1 says last time is 3 under the statute. And these are my objections we have filed. And on that manner order has been passed. So this is the order we have challenged before your lordship's court. My lord, now kindly see, this is the only order passed by my lord. In identical situation, my lord passed this order. There is no other material before my lord today. And this is the argument of Mr. Bhattacharya, my learned senior friend, that yes, this is a case which required election dispute to be raised.
Very well.
हमारा खाली सी लॉर्डशिप चाहिए There, your lordship was pleased to delegate the matter to the election as an election dispute. There is no other material now placed before my lord in addition to the prayer which was filed in that writ application. So, in my humble submission, your lordship could pass an order in conformity with the order passed by your lordships earlier. And now, my lord, my election has been declared. A certificate issue. If today, my lord, your lordships is going to entertain this application, meaning thereby my certificate of winning of election will be scrapped. These are the, my lord, I have placed before my lord on the last day.
You have not won the election. You have got the
My lord,
uncontested, prevented us from going there and now taking benefit of that.
he knows more than me in this field. Declaration granted under Act statute. So I have been declared elected.
My lord, who are the petitioner, who are declared the winning candidate, not against the petitioner, my lord. Kindly give the certificate. As per my own instruction.
Not in respect of the said said seats.
I am representing 80 candidates.
82.
No, but then 80 candidates,
No, only
are they
12,
against
only 12.
the
I
petitioners?
could not produce all certificates. I have handed over to your
Yesterday, 12. No, now they are yesterday, my lord, 12 candidates. They handed over 12.
No, my lord, from my end, that
all
in
documents-
all
This 12 was provided yesterday.
my lord,
Kindly see.
Yes,
Form
yes, I
12 has been
Kindly see.
issued in case of others.
Now it is a document.
Ah.
It is the
Heard all
custodian.
parties.
Investigation subject to. And my lord, kindly noted
It's
one
for
thing, my lord.
us on
When this
Monday.
certificate issued.
26th. 26th. Karimul Islam Mullah, item number 6.
This is Hodge.
Oh.
Hodge candidate appear and will find the nomination.
You have a report. Please give. Yes, please.
From the Bureau of Immigration. He had left India on the 4th of June, my lord. May I, my lord?
4th of June, prior to the notification being published.
Yes.
Due to retire, come back on
He's supposed to come on 18th of July.
16 July.
16th of July.
15th of July. So the entire process. Yes, Commission. What will be your submission? Yeah, sure.
No, this is the copy of the declaration that he is supposed to give. No? Last page. Last sort of this. This is available in the website as well as.
Yes, please. Yes.
Eight now.
Moharuddin Ghazi.
And Ahsan Qazi
Ah.
filed their
Nomination.
nomination at the office of the returning officer Meena Khan for Kumar Jol /12 15 seat.
No, but then if the candidate was not there,
No, Your Lordship, it is assumption. I will say. Is it not possible that a candidate signs the document, hands it over to its proposer, and goes on top? No, this is.
and is the candidate not required to remain personally present in front of the state officers? Say in the last occasion, Mr. Bandyopadhyay said that the candidate is required to remain personally present. What will you say? This is what the law says. presence is required.
These
The
I have
candidate
uploaded.
is the election, notification was published on the June, 9th of June. He went on 4th and it is to be accepted that he signed the papers prior to that. It cannot be accepted at all. This submission cannot be accepted. Absolutely no.
Section 46, subsection 1.
Tell me one thing, candidate is not here. No, notification published by the commission on the 9th of June. He left on the 4th. So he's cancelled. Please come. No, when there is
We have sought for an investigation. We have sought for investigation.
what the investigation authority will do, the
Madam-
candidate is not there.
Who was the
No, my
person?
lord, the investigation is necessary, my lord, that this is who, my lord, filed this nomination, who secured this signature, everything is forged. Now, this is serious thing with regard to, my lord, the election,
And please come.
which is the basic structure of our constitution.
Instruction has been forwarded by the Intelligence Bureau, Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India, mentioning that the petitioner Moharuddin Ghazi left the country on 4th June 2023 as Hajj pilgrim, and he is as Hajj pilgrim. Stop. Next. It appears that the notification was published by the State Election Commission for declaring the dates of the Panchayat elections on 9th June 2023. Stop. The Panchayat returning officer accepted the nomination on behalf of the petitioner. Now, nomination from the concerned candidate, that is Moharuddin Ghazi, and scrutinized the same and found the same to be in order. Stop. The name of the private respondent was put up in the final list of eligible candidates to contest the election. Stop. Next. According to the provisions of law, the candidate concerned is required to remain present. Now, is required to sign the nomination paper. Stop. And the declaration is required to be furnished by the candidate along with the nomination paper before the Panchayat returning officer. Stop. Next. Submission has been made on behalf of the State Election Commission that it may be possible that the candidate had signed the paper prior to leaving the country. Stop. The said submission cannot be accepted by the court. More so because of the reason that the notification declaring the dates of the election was published after the candidate concerned left the country. Stop. Next. The private respondent could not have anticipated that the notice of election, notification declaring the dates of election will be published, and he will and he signs the declaration prior to the date of publication of the notification. Stop. Next. Paragraph. The petitioners have prayed for conducting an investigation as to how the nomination papers of the private respondent could have been accepted. Stop. Next. The
Prayer B.
prayer B.
B.
Permitting a candidate to contest the election when he is outside the country, relying upon documents which relying, no, not relying upon. Calls for an investigation by an independent
Your Lordship,
agency.
may I interject at this moment? Let there be inquiry by the State Election Commission.
Why?
Yes, kindly, Your Lordship, we will. come
Why?
up with
For
a
what reason?
Yes,
The appeal bench is there. You
kindly,
can
Your Lordship,
obtain
kindly allows,
orders.
I will file a report to that extent. Kindly allows that.
Very well. I'll accept your contention. Next, from an independent agency. ठीक है जी? The learned advocate representing the State Election Commission submits that the matter will be inquired by the State Election Commission. Stop. Next. Let the State Election Commission inquire the matter and file a report before this court on 28th of June 2023, when the matter will appear in the list marked for orders.
I'm deep below this, Your Lordship.
The communication made by the Additional Deputy Secretary
Why not?
dated 23rd of June 2023 be written with the records. One more matter is left.
Item kata?
Sirajuddin Diwan.
Item 7, my lord, I am
One of the union, my lord,
nothing. You are giving-
Purpose is served.
my lord, now expungement, or maybe.
Why?
Why did you remain?
Because in case the court does not accept the report of the commission, then maybe the union authorities may be required. I do not know. It will all